to the Gig Life. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. For those of you who are watching, we have Kim Arrowood with us today, and Kim is a pilot, but not only is she a pilot, she also teaches people how to fly. I have personally seen her plane, and it is so cute. We'll be showing pictures at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Kim, tell us a little bit about your gig.
Okay, I'm a Sport Pilot CFI, and I teach people how to fly the smaller airplanes. And it's just awesome to be able to share with others what someone shared with me, the gift of flight. And it's an awesome feeling.
That's awesome. How long have you been a pilot?
I've been flying for 18 years this June. I've been teaching for I guess 15 years. I started out as an ultralight pilot, basic flight instructor, and then went from that when they put an N number on us and made us Sport Light, and I had to become a Sport Light CFI. So I've had to go through a lot of training and keep going through training every 2 years. So it's fun.
That's amazing. Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine. First of all, I'm friends with Kim outside of the Gig Life, and she's been helping me with some amazing projects I've been working on, especially in the plane field. And I have a fear of getting in tiny planes, but Kim, that doesn't seem to really bother you at all. But with every gig, like if I had your gig, that would be my least favorite part. So what's your least favorite part about being a pilot and also a teacher?
Well, I don't know that there really is a least favorite because it's all different. It's all challenging and all fun. When I first started flying, I was afraid of heights. So I figured the best way to get over my fear of heights was to do something like this. And I had to conquer it. And so that was the best way to get over the fear, was to, go at it. The biggest, maybe because I am a female, and making sure that the guys listen to me is probably the things that I don't care for the most.
Right.
But it's just part of it, and it seems to be getting better as time goes on, because when they Google my name and find out about my huge cross countries that I've done, then they look at me, I think, a little bit different after they do their homework. And not to mention I'm the only one in the United States that can teach in less than 87 knots. So, and this definitely the state of Georgia and the Southeast. There's nobody who can teach in what I teach in.
That's amazing.
Because they don't have the credentials to do it. So, and the state of Georgia, they wouldn't let nobody else have a loader letter because I have one. And so that's a letter of deviation to teach in the aircraft that I teach in.
Wow.
So it's a lot of fun.
That is amazing.
It's getting busy.
So you obviously, what's your favorite part? There's obviously a lot to love about your gig. I know I would love it if I were you, but what's got to be your favorite part about what you do?
When I solo a student, it's like me soloing all over again. It's like me up there with them. And I'm watching them, and I get just as excited and jumping up and down and go, oh my gosh, look at that. And I'm so proud, and I'm just, it's like it's like my solo all over again every time I solo one. And I don't know if that'll ever go away. And I just really enjoy that part the most. It's like watching your birdie fly, It's like, oh my God. So it's seeing them to achieve,
Right. And for those who are watching who may not know exactly what soloing means, what does that mean?
That means when they're flying the plane without me in it. When I'm not in it, they're by themselves, but I've got a handheld radio listening to them, and I don't say anything unless they need my help, and I'm watching them do their landings, and they're flying around the pattern, and they're in there by themselves. So that's a solo flight. So it's very interesting to see your birdie leave the nest, you know.
Oh. So if you were going to tell, if you were sharing your experience with someone who wants to do what you do, they want to be a specialized pilot and they want to teach other people how to fly planes, what piece of advice would you give them?
Well, they're gonna have to, learn how to fly, and then they have to go through all the steps, the education and the training, and have a plane and deal with the FAA. It's probably easier to be a sport pilot CFI that flies the faster planes that cruise at 120, because then they don't have to have any special loader letter like I do, which would be the best thing. But it's very expensive. It's very, very. I mean, the planes that are in that category are like, oh, you can find them for $80,000 to $110,000. Well, then you're going to have insurance, So it's very expensive to fly those type of airplanes and to learn. It's an endangered species. Not everybody can do this.
Wow.
And I'm telling students now that if you're not flying this, and this, yeah, it's going to cost. If you're not flying more than 5 hours a month, then just come fly with me and pay me, because it's a lot cheaper than having one to take care of.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm thinking about taking you up on your offer and going up there and
All right, that's exciting.
I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna try to conquer. If this video, I don't know. I'm gonna set it pretty high because I have a fear of small planes. But if this video were to get, I would say, 2,000 views, okay,
Right.
by the end of March, I will. It'll either be me or our partner over here at the Gig Life will get in the plane with you and feature.
Well, the main thing is you got to realize is that you have the power, you have control, you have it through me, because I don't want you scared,
Right.
and I think that's the most important thing to understand. If we get up there, you may go, oh my gosh, this is fun, and I wouldn't take you up in anything less than perfect conditions either,
Right.
because I'd be very protective of that. And then, or if we may get up there at pattern altitude, and you may go, no, Kim, this really isn't going to work. And then that's all you got to say. I'm not going to say, well, please, or are you sure?
Yeah.
No, just let me finish what I'm doing. I'll put you right back on the ground.
I love
Because
that.
I don't want you sick and I don't want you scared.
Sick and scared. We're avoiding the 3 S's: Shelco, sick and scared, or Charlie, sick and scared. There's the 3 S's right here. We don't want those.
Right.
So my biggest question, and I know we've talked about this, but I really want you to share with our fans and our followers, what is the longest trip that you've done in your ultralight?
Longest trip from Augusta, Maine to Chesapeake, Virginia. And then I flew from Cartersville Airport to Key West and back.
Wow.
So those are my longest ones. I've been on other fairly long trips to Jekyll Island, to St. George's Island, but the others were, I was gone for days doing those.
Wow.
And landed at a lot of different airports. I've even landed at Boca Raton, and I've landed at the Key West Airport and all the airports in between. And so it was very exciting. It's been years ago when I did that. I was actually considered an ultralight when I flew down the Hudson in New York City. So I'm probably the first female to ever fly an aircraft that small down the Hudson in New York City. And
representing, Kim, representing. We dig it. We love it.
That was pretty exciting to fly down through there, and the buildings are taller than you are going down through there, so crossing over the George Washington Bridge, the tower was so tall and I was so low, I actually felt like I could step out on it, but I was really way too high to do that but the tower was so massive for the George Washington Bridge. You had that sense of, oh my gosh, I could step out on this. So that was pretty awesome.
Nope. See, that's where I'd be like, Kim, put us down. Kim, put us down. Not in the water.
Well, I don't. No, not in the water. But it's really exciting to think that you might go up with me one day, because I think you might. I mean, you might go, oh my gosh, this is not like I thought it was gonna be.
I will say, I am a social media strategist through and through, and I will do things for views
Yeah.
and to make sure my clients are taken care of. So it would be either, me or Shiley, but I think we can make something happen if Kim's video gets 2,000 views by the end of March.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That would be
I'll
cool.
have to be sure to share it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, share.
I'm sure you will. Can I wear a helmet? Is there a...
No, we don't need a helmet.
Oh,
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
some knee pads? I'm just kidding.
Well, if you need some Depends, just in case. Because I do have pads in the seat.
I can't handle it. Oh my goodness. It's okay. Maybe one of these days I'll be a pilot too, and we won't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
Well, Kim, thank you so much for joining us on The Gig Life. We really enjoyed talking with you, and we're really appreciative that you would consider taking us up for views. If this video gets 2,000 views by the end of March, we got to keep our word. So that's it. So.
All right. Well, I'll make sure that I'll have the GoPro camera set up. My camera guy that's really good at that, so we can videotape our flight and everything.
That would be amazing.
From the inside, and then we'll have the phone video one too. So
we may have to censor some things. We may have to censor a lot of things. So if we can edit that out, we can edit that out.
Yeah.
I love that. All right. And Kim, last but not least, how do people reach you? If they want to take flight lessons with you, how do they get in touch?
Probably the best way would just be send me a text. My number is 770-547-3622. If they're interested, then just send me a text and reach out, and we'll go from there.
That's amazing. Awesome. Well, until next time, Kim, and who knows, we might see you up in the air.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I'm excited.
All right. We are too. Have a great day, and thanks again for joining us.
Yes, ma'am. You have a good one. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.